Welcome back to the channel, IT Crew. You know I call you my IT Crew because you're all independent thinkers, and I value each and every last one of you. If this is your first time here, you are watching The Maverick Conservative, where I give commentary on politics and react to pop culture and more. Today, we're going to be talking about the fact that Vivek Ramaswamy has dropped out of the campaign. He suspended it, and now he's endorsing Trump. Let's roll it.
He's there with his family.
Not just to the Democrats, but to our own side. And not just to other campaigns and candidacies, but to ours. And so I will stick to the truth tonight. The first hard truth, and this one's hard for me. I got to admit this. But we've looked at it every which way, and I think it is true that we did not achieve the surprise that we wanted to deliver tonight. And I think that that's just a hard fact that we're going to have to accept as a campaign. And the question then is, what do we do that is right for our country? And so Purv and I, we actually didn't make this contingency plan before everybody told us to. We said, no, we're not doing that. But we talked about it tonight. We took a little bit of time in our apartment in Des Moines before coming here to make some hard choices. And I wanted to make a couple of announcements tonight to get the business out of the way. And then I want to tell you where we're going. As of this moment, we are going to suspend this presidential campaign. And this is going to have to be, there's no path for me to be the next president absent things that we don't want to see happen in this country. And I think that I am very worried for our country. I think we are skating on thin ice as a nation. We have done everything in our part to make, and done, every one of us in this room has done our part to save this country. And I am so proud of every one of you who have lifted us up, but we're a campaign founded on the truth. And so that's why we've made that decision today. And I'm also making the decision that this has to be an America First candidate in that White House.
All right, we all just got finished seeing that. Vivek did the right thing. Right. He looked at the numbers and decided that he wasn't going to have a way forward. It just wasn't going to happen. Right. He was up against too much. Right. He actually did come in at what, 7 point something, almost 8% from a virtually being a no one that no one had ever heard of. So, I mean, congratulations and kudos to him for even making it this far in the process. But again, like I said, he's done the right thing. He saw that there was no path forward. And he said, let me go ahead and suspend this campaign. He said, I'm going to go ahead and endorse President Trump, because as you heard him say right before I cut the video there, that they need an America First president in the White House. And there is nobody else on the GOP ticket that fits that bill better than the person who actually started the America First agenda in the first place. So what does Vivek do? He hops on stage with the man himself. Take a look.
Let's do this, guys. It's good to see you. It's good to be back to New Hampshire. We miss you guys. We're going to make this happen, and you guys know this well. You know this man. You know why we're here. Patriots across the state. We are in the middle of a war in this country. That's what this is. It's not a war between black and white. It's not between Democrat and Republican, even in a deeper sense. It's between the permanent state and the everyday citizen. Between those of us who love the United States of America and a fringe minority who hates this country and what we stand for. And right now we need a commander-in-chief who will lead us to victory in this war. That's what we need in this country.
All right, so we just heard that. They're already in New Hampshire, right? Trump is already getting ready for the general election. They both look good up on stage, I must say. But honestly, I've heard a lot of rambling or a lot of talks about people saying that they would like to see Vivek as a potential VP pick. I don't see it. I really don't see Vivek being a VP pick for Donald Trump. I don't think that he would balance Trump out. I think he would need someone that's not going to be in his way. Trump and Vivek are almost the same, except for Vivek is a lot more actually articulate and can get his point across a lot better than Trump. Trump's like a bull. He's going to go in there and just tear stuff to flip up, right? Vivek seems like he would go in there and do the same thing and be a little bit reserved, but he's not the nominee or the potential nominee right now. Trump is. I think someone like maybe a Youngkin out of Virginia, or I don't know. I can't think of anybody right now. You guys let me know know in the comments who you think would be a potential great VP pick for Trump moving forward. If the results in New Hampshire are anything like they were in Iowa, the JV team is going to get blown out again. And when I say the JV team, I'm talking about Ron DeSantis and warmongering Nikki Haley, right? I believe Ron DeSantis is probably going to drop out if he doesn't fare well in New Hampshire. I'm pretty sure Nikki Haley should probably do the same thing, because from what I understand, all the polls show that she's actually going to get blown the flip out in her home state of South Carolina. It's not looking good for you, girl. The Democrats are actually over there sniffing and injecting copium, and they're huffing hard. Take a look.
Point in the evening, the projected winner of the Iowa caucuses has just started giving his victory speech. We will keep an eye on that as it happens. We will let you know if there's any news made in that speech, if there's anything noteworthy, something substantive and important. The reason I'm saying this is, of course, there is a reason that we and other news organizations have generally stopped giving an unfiltered live platform to remarks by former President Trump. It is not out of spite. It is not a decision that we relish. It is a decision that we regularly revisit. And honestly, earnestly, it is not an easy decision.
That's because it most definitely is out of spite. They couldn't even say the president's name. They're so mad that they're actually upset that their girl Nikki Haley didn't win because they don't want Trump to win. Watch this.
Haley, and the reason she is looking forward to New Hampshire is she does better with independent voters, with some Democrats who want to influence the Republican primary, but you can't win the nomination that way. And so, improbable as it seems, a guy who's under 4 indictments, 91 counts, who presided over the insurrection that we saw on January 6th, seems well on his way to the nomination.
And go ahead.
Well, I was to say it is disheartening because as a Republican to watch, Axe is right. I mean, it's Trump's party now. Like there's no. So, but the thing that really stands out to me, it's like if I had a time machine. CNN had some numbers that showed of the people that believe the election was legitimate, which it was, by the way, it was about a 30-30-30 split between DeSantis, Trump, and Haley. Of those that think it was stolen, it was like Trump by a mile. I think Trump only actually got like 9% of the people that thought it was legitimate. So that makes me wonder if we could go back in time and actual leaders of the actual Republican Party could actually convince people that the election was legitimate, which it was, would that have made a difference in where we are today?
So you see, they actually got a Republican over there who's smoking copium right along with him. All right, IT crew, that's all I got for today. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you like this video, comment on this video, and most importantly, share this video, because it's the only way that I know that we can get this information out to other like-minded individuals. So until I see you guys in the next one, I am gone.